I'm here in Newcastle County, Delaware, looking at a bunch of auction cars that they're selling off. I'm here specifically for one car. That. A 2013 Chevy Caprice PPV with the V8, the 6-liter V8. This car currently is bidding at $7,525, $7,525. The kicker, though, on this one, the buyer's premium, 12.5%. So that adds roughly $900 to the purchase price of this car. Let's do an inspection of this car. Let's see if we can come up with the right price for this car. It's getting close to my comfort zone. I mean, I'm really close to the edge of what I think I would want to spend with that buyer's fee on this car. Has 87,000 miles, by the way. It looks fantastic, at least from a distance. Let's get up close. We'll do a walk around, and then we'll go and get the keys, start it up, listen for ticks, check the harmonic balancer pulley, and we'll just do an inspection, and maybe we'll get lucky. Let's find out. Let's go. Right away, it's the color. It's called Alto Gray. Chevy only imported, not a lot of these cars in this color. A total of 15,700 Caprice PPVs came over to the United States between 2011 and 2017. Alto Gray cars, something like, 340 of them were in this color. The majority of the cars that came over, they're white. Literally half of all the Caprice PPVs that came over are in white. About 30% or so were in black. And then there were 7 other remaining colors, and this Alto Gray is the third most popular color with only 340 some brought in. The fit and finish on these cars right from the factory, and the paint quality is stunning, absolutely stunning. And I'm looking at the gaps on this one, and it looks good. It looks really, really good. The headlights look like they would be on a 2013 model. The little hazy and crusty, some nicks and chips on there, which makes me think they have not been replaced. The gap right here is a little wider than I would expect. This is what a factory gap would look like, and then it widens out over here. I'm not quite sure what that's about. I see lights in the grille. The front bumper looks really clean. Just some scrapes right here in the paint, pretty minor. And and that's a big deal, because getting parts for these cars, body parts anyway, it's hard. I mean, it takes a lot of time. See how much tighter that gap is and how consistent that is? And so it may take a couple months, 3 months, 4 months to get, say, a new bumper or a hood or a grill. So looking for body parts for this thing, it's a tough job, and they're not cheap at all. This gap looks really, really nice. Overall, I'm going to say I'm not seeing any damage to this car that may have happened, at least on the front of the car. Down the side, the paint looks great. These things aren't cared for, aren't maintained. At the level that I would maintain it at. But this one looks really, really good. I'm checking the bumper down here. I'm not seeing scrapes or things that were being drug across it. I'm not seeing any antennas on the trunk. And one plug in the roof. The tires look really good. They're wearing consistently. A bit of an oddball size, 235/50 18s. Kind of unique. And if we do the same look down the passenger side, again, I'm not seeing anything that jumps out, nothing obvious. It's got the full wheel coverage, which is an extra cost option. This car has not been cleaned or presented in a way to try to increase the bidding. I don't think many people are coming out here to take a look at it, frankly. Yeah, it looks good. Looks real good. This gap right here looks a little wider than what I'm expecting to see. This is, again, nice tight gaps, and then it widens up just a little here. Well, all right, at first glance, I like it. I like what I'm seeing. At the price point, I'm okay. I'm ready to move on, ready to go get the keys, take a look, start it up, pull it out, see if the transmission engages, feel the brakes, take a look in the back, listen to the engine and so forth. Funny thing, I just called the lot manager, asked him to bring the key out, and while I was waiting, I thought I would check the door of the car, and they didn't lock it. Not a big deal. That looks like it's just in the clear. It doesn't seem to go through. So here we go, a 9C1 interior, and what you get with that, obviously, is the vinyl floors. There are floor mats, though this is interesting in that it has carpeting with a 9C1 interior and a 9C3 back seat. This is an odd combination. And that's kind of interesting. I'm anxious to get the key. We'll take a look at the idle hours and the engine hours. This, what is, yikes. Hopefully there's no electrical problems. We're going to find that out. We got some screw holes here and here, and 3 sets. And what is chalk? They really didn't decommission this very well, did they? Of somebody's sunglasses. Holy cow. And out back, I'm looking up top. I'm not seeing any evidence of a cage being up here, although there is, looks like a stain up here. Just dirty fingers, I would think. But, you know, going through the interior in here, nothing really screams at me. I want to make sure all the electrical items work, that not having any issues with that, and it's going to be a hassle to track down. But overall, you know, I'm liking what I'm seeing. Here's the hood popper. And under the hood, 6-liter V8. It's designated an L77, which is super simple. It only means that it's an aluminum block, has displacement on demand, and it's flex fuel. I mean, it looks filthy dirty, kind of what I expected. Again, these cars are not presented in a way that I'm used to, at least at the state auctions on the state cars. One of the, oh, here's the lights, how they're mounted. That's interesting. And yeah, they're still wired up. I'm sure there's no controller anywhere. One of the little tips and tricks that I like to do is I like to pull these plugs out, pull this cowl off, and down here is a cabin air filter. And I like to always take a look at that cabin air filter. It kind of gives me a glimpse as to the type of maintenance the car's had in its past life. I'm going to try to get underneath, take a look. I'm looking for rust, I'm looking for body damage, I'm looking for curbs being smashed, any repairs that may have happened, and you know, it looks fine to me. I'm looking at that pinch weld seam down here on the rocker, and that looks clean and straight too. Out back, looks like that C-clamp is holding onto a heat shield. Again, nothing back here that's obvious or ugly. And then again on the passenger side, I'm not seeing any drips or stains or leaks. I'm not seeing any body damage. Nothing that jumps out. All right, so I just got the key. The lock guy came out. He put a jumper box on the car. Battery was dead, apparently. Oh. Come on, mama. There we go. I'm listening for ticks. It sounds almost like an exhaust leak. So nothing sounds obvious, at least right now. The car's been sitting all weekend. It's Monday. Let's take a look under the hood. I'm not hearing anything going on that would be a red flag. It sounds really, really good. I see a little wobble in the pulley. The engine sounds shockingly good. I'm liking what I'm hearing. Back inside, let's take a peek at hours. Let's see what we got here. We'll scroll right through the source button here. 87,000 miles, we know that. A little bit of gas left. Somebody who's been jumping on it. And nice hours too. Really nice. All right, so inch it up just a foot or two. His Tahoe is right in the way. I'm not going any further. But the transmission engages fine. I'm not feeling any clunks or any weird sounds. The brakes are crusty. I mean, this car's been sitting for a while. But they stop fine. Nothing's obvious. Just drop it into reverse. It's invisible, smooth, and seamless. I can hear the brakes again. It just needs to be driven. It just needs to be driven some. Always a tire pressure sensor. No check engine lights. This is a nice car. I'm pleasantly surprised. This is nicer than I expected it to be. All right, I just inched the car up just a foot or so. Let's take a look at the trunk. What is that? Never seen that before. You got a tray, controller, fire extinguisher. Down below, get a better view of the bumper. The license plate looks like it's still registered. That's nice. I don't have to go through inspection if I buy this, which is a nice perk. Looks nice. Looks really, really nice. I love those idle hours. 818 was it? So look, I'm done with the inspection. That is a nice car. I like the color. I like the condition. Love the engine, how it sounds and what I am expecting from the engine. The tires, the back tires are nearly brand new. The front tires are about half. I'm seeing just minor scrapes, like on the front bumper and on the door. This car is nice. It's a 2013, 87,000 miles. Bidding is at $75,25, another, what, 900 or so in bidder's fees. I think I'd bid up another 500 bucks on this car, and I'm anxious to see where it's going to end up. All in, though, I'm going to be at like, I don't know, $9,500, something like that. That's if I don't get outbid. I like this car. The question, though, is tax refund money. There's a lot of money floating around out there. The $1,400 in Biden bucks is out there. So car prices are through the roof, but this is a good one. This is a really good one. I'm anxious to see what it's going to end at. I'm going to jump in. I'm going to do some bidding, and fingers crossed. So if you have a guess what this car is going to sell at, throw a comment down at the bottom. I'm going to wait for the auction to end. I'll do an update to the end of this video as to the final selling price on this car. So I hope you enjoyed the walk around. I hope you enjoyed the time looking at this Caprice, beautiful Caprice. Some of the other cars, that red Tahoe, bidding at $12,000 with the buyer's premiums, more like $14,000. Wildly outrageous, but it's a 4x4 at the same time. All right, regardless, if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.